Right then guys, how's it going and welcome back to another predictions video, Game Week 15. The Premier League matches are coming thick and fast. Those were my predictions for the midweek games. I got one correct score. I got that Man City would beat Aston Villa 2-1. I am recording this before Spurs have played Brentford and Manchester United have played Arsenal. With there being so many games coming up, I wanted to get this weekend video out, so I have jumped in a little bit early. But as always, loads of you guys got involved in the last video and the one before that. I have two lots of shout outs to do. So with 5 correct scores, massive big up to Saints, who won the video from last weekend's predictions. And then for the midweek games, we had 2 winners with 4 correct scores, and they are Etamino and Anthony. So well done to you 3. As I say, I had over 150 comments on each video, so I had over 300 comments from you guys with your predictions, so it took a bit of time to get through them, but I absolutely loved reading them all. So thank you to everyone who did get involved last time round, and remember, if you want to be shouted out in my next predictions video, be sure to get your predictions down in the comments below for the Premier League games this weekend. But as always, we will run through them together now. So starting off Saturday, 12:30 on BT Sport, we have got West Ham taking on Chelsea. West Ham have had a little drop in form recently. Last 3 games they've lost 2 and drawn 1, which was against Brighton the other night. So still look really good this season, but last few games not quite so. And now they're taking on league leaders Chelsea, who again are looking great. Won their game this week against Watford, and I've backed Chelsea 2-0. Again, I think West Ham have always got the chance. I think they are still a very strong side this season, but Chelsea are looking great. Next up, moving on to the 3 o'clock games, we have got Newcastle taking on Burnley. Newcastle still yet to win a game. The only team in the English league still to win a game. And the 10-man Newcastle managed to get a draw against Norwich in the midweek, which was painful to say. It was probably a decent result in the end. I mean, if you play any team with 10 men and you come out with a draw, I think it's a good point, but it's just disappointing because I'm desperate for Newcastle to finally win a game, and I'm hoping they might this weekend against Burnley. But Burnley, yes, they are down there in the relegation zones, but they are steadily picking up the points. In the last 7, they've only lost 1. So it will not be an easy game, and let's be honest, Burnley are playing bottom of the league, so they're going to see this as a chance for them to win as well. I've gone 1-0 Newcastle. I've got it back Newcastle. The win's got to come eventually, so I'm praying it is this Saturday. Moving on, still 3 o'clock on the Saturday, we've got Southampton taking on Brighton. 2 teams down on the coast there. Southampton didn't quite get the win that I predicted them to have against Leicester. I went 1-0 Southampton. They were winning 1-0 at one point, but it did end 2-2, which again is still, good point, I would say, against a good Leicester side. Brighton obviously had a fantastic start of the season. They're still certainly holding their own at the moment. But again, the last 7 games for them, drawn 5, lost 2. Arguably, I'd say the draw against West Ham is a good draw. Because again, I say, West Ham have also looked very good this season. I've got 1-0 Southampton. I don't know why I keep backing them. I backed them in the last one. I'm going to back them again in this one. I think this could probably go either way, to be honest, and I wouldn't be surprised if it ended in a draw. But you know what? I'm going to back Southampton again. Next up, we have got Wolves taking on Liverpool. Still 3 o'clock. Wolves. I think I must be bad luck for Wolves, because I've mentioned the fact that I got called out in the comments because I kept saying I thought Wolves was going to lose. I've backed them in the last 2 games, and they haven't won either of them. So I must be a bad luck charm when I predict Wolves to win. So they'll be glad to know that in this one, I have backed Liverpool 3-1. Great win for them against Everton. I mean, as I say, Wolves have looked really good, but since I started backing them to win, they've drawn the last 2 games. So We'll have to see what happens there. Moving on to the 5:30 on Saturday, we have got Watford taking on Manchester City. Watford, again, very fun team to watch this season. I've already mentioned in previous videos that 5-0 loss to Liverpool, the 5-2 win against Everton, and then most recently 4-2 loss against Leicester in the snow was fantastic to watch, and then did grab a goal against Chelsea, but unfortunately couldn't pick up the points there. Taking on a Manchester City side who again are looking good as always, very solid professional side, and I've backed them to win that one 2-1. Give Watford a goal, but I have to back Man City there. Moving on to the Sunday now at 2 o'clock. None of the 2 o'clock games are on TV. I'm not sure why. We have got Leeds taking on Brentford. Leeds' form has been a little bit hit and miss. Win some, lose some. Taking on Brentford, who, at the time of recording, are yet to play Spurs tonight. So we'll have to see what happens in that one as well. But, Brentford did have a bit of a poor spell of form. Had lost 4 games in a row. But, in the last 2, they've won 1, drawn 1. They play Spurs tonight, then going in against the Leeds side. I think both of these teams play relatively similar, both quite attacking, both kind of go for the win, so I'm hoping to see goals in this one. So I've gone 2-2. Moving on to another 2 o'clock game on Sunday. Again, it's not on TV. We have got Manchester United taking on Crystal Palace, so they do have the new manager in, Ralphie, who I've no doubt is going to try and change the fortunes of Manchester United this season. Again, Manchester United play Arsenal tonight. I believe he isn't able to be at that game tonight, so his first game would be against Crystal Palace this weekend, who have also looked really good this season. Again, Patrick Vieira's looking great, and have had a really good start, but they have lost their last 2 games as well. So I've backed Manchester United 2-0. I just think generally they have much better players, and if they're looking to get this new manager bounce with the first time on the touchline at Old Trafford as well, got to go that way. Again, next up Sunday, 2 o'clock, we have got Spurs taking on Norwich. So again, Spurs still to play Brentford for me. But generally, Spurs have not really had the start of the season they wanted. Obviously, Conte's come in, still trying to get a tune out of them. Obviously, we'll have to see how they do against Brentford before they move into the Norwich game this weekend. But Conte did get a win, his first win against Leeds, where again they had a terrible first half and managed to save it in the second. So, there's definitely still some progress to be made there. Taking on a Norwich side who, despite being in 19th place, in the last 4 have won 2 and drawn 2. So, definitely have picked up their form since Farker got his win, and then Dean Smith's come in, and he's started getting some points on the board as well. I've backed Spurs 1-0. I think generally, they do have the better team. I mean, I watched Norwich the other night for the Newcastle game. We had 10 men, and even then Norwich were kind of struggling to find a goal, to be honest. So, yeah, 1-0 Spurs. And the final game on the Sunday at 4:30, we have got Aston Villa taking on Leicester, and it is on Sky. Aston Villa, obviously another team with a new manager, Steven Gerrard, is looking to be getting a tune out of these guys, which is great for Villa, but not quite enough against Man City this week. But again, not many teams are going to do much against Man City. Taking on a Leicester side who are another side who have been a little bit up and down, but again have been pretty entertaining to watch. They're 4-2 against Watford that I already mentioned in the snow, and the 2-2 against Southampton. I've gone 1-1. It could be another 2-2, to be fair. Who knows in this one? I think it could be relatively even, which is why I've gone for a draw. And then to finish things off on the Monday night, we have got Everton taking on Arsenal. So Everton are not having a fun time of it at the moment. On the last 7 games, they've lost 6 of them. They've drawn 1, and they got battered in the Merseyside derby this week 4-1 as well. So, I was watching it, or I think it was on Twitter, I seen it somewhere, and it was like, what are the problems at Everton? And from what I could see, every Everton fan was just saying that it's all the problems everywhere. It's not just Rafa Benitez. Obviously, it's the issue with the money as well, and who knows? I'm not enough of an Everton fan to give you a full inside scoop on that one, but what I can tell you is they're not playing very well. Taking on an Arsenal side who, to be fair, are playing quite well, and again, playing Manchester United tonight for me, so bear that in mind with your prediction, but I would probably say, regardless of what happens in that game, Arsenal last 5, won 4, lost 1. I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal in this one. Everton have got to try and, turn it around somewhere. And look how well they started the season as well. It's all kind of crumbled away at the moment. But anyway, those are all of my predictions up there for this weekend's games. As I say, thank you to everyone who got involved in the last few videos. And I am sorry that I'm bringing this out when there's still games to be played during the week. But as I said, there is a lot of football going on. And I do want to try and get out a video for every game week through the season. So I hope you guys are enjoying these prediction videos. Again, predictions down below in the comments before the first game kicks off, which is Saturday at 12:30. So Saturday at 12:25, I will make a note of all of your predictions and I will shout out the winner in my predictions video next week. Again, if you are still watching this video now right till the end and you've not subscribed yet, then please hit that button. As I say, I will have a predictions video out for every game week this season. Drop a like, predictions in the comments. Thank you for watching, enjoy the football this weekend, and I'll catch you later.